Hey everyone, you are, I guess, a more intimate moment here with Matt FreeMatt. If you haven't noticed, I'm on the road. There's probably clothes and odd and assorted things behind me. Just wanted to touch base with you guys. Little, I guess, moments of wisdom, words of wisdom. I was driving my way back here, obviously outside of the main streets of Mogadishu, 2.5 hours from my summer home. Now we're looking at fall and winter time. But on a business trip, wanted to touch base with you. Something was kind of nagging at me. Stupid. I know a lot of people don't ever think this way, but I run into a lot of it. And I think a lot of us get into this groove of, I guess, some people get off on, part of the expression, get off on being a victim. And I don't want to call it virtue signaling, but I'm going to call it victim signaling. The best way I could describe victim signaling, people try to puff themselves up by looking like victims, or obviously get money out of somebody. But I want to tell you guys, it doesn't make a whole lot. It doesn't mean a whole lot. And as a man, I think you're full of shit if you think that you can puff yourself up by being a victim. I I guess the best way, something else I wanted people to think about. I've known people that have had terrible things happen to them, or they let crappy things happen in their life. But if you could think of it one way, avoiding victim signaling, you can learn from shitty stuff that's happened in your life, even stuff you've inflicted on yourself. There's people I know of that I've learned from that have overcome their own stupidity, like Tony Robbins, overcome their own stupidity and actually done really well for themselves. And I think Viktor Frankl, not his own stupidity, but if you know anything about Viktor Frankl, he survived the Holocaust. And I think that I don't speak for him, but there's a lot of people that have shitty things happen to them. And they can choose to be happy and they can choose to do great things. But think of it this way, it it's in your best interest to move on. It's in your best interest to learn from it. You can make adjustments in your life. You can teach other people how to learn from your mistakes, especially men. We're men. Feel free to help another man out. Say, I went bankrupt the first time, went bankrupt the second time. Said, yeah, screwed up this business, screwed up that one. There's a bunch of us that are actively screwing up. And look at it this way, screw up full speed, learn from it. But yeah, I tell folks, just like my stories about drinking, I want people to laugh about it, but also want you to learn from it. Like, you're wasting your health and you're making an uphill battle when your dumbass is eating, my old story about eating biscuits, a shitload of biscuits in the morning, drink a half a bottle of scotch, and sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. Don't be a fat ass. Don't sit around and drink scotch all the time. Enjoy a diversion or two when you've earned it, but don't be that kind of asshole. Uh, anyway, don't beat yourself up. I think one of the weirdest things is we seem to beat ourselves up, and we keep beating ourselves up, and there's not a point where, I mean, there should be a point. How about that? Should be a point where you stop beating yourself up. Don't just sit around and heck, I always say you beat yourself up, you're the one that with broken ribs, punching yourself in the gut. Don't hit Eddie. But anyway, you knuckleheads, the whole victim signaling, I don't see. There's a point where I honestly think there will be a point where we as men will go and say, hey, don't be a dumbass. Quit showing off that you're a fucktard, or that you fucked up this, or like some guy robbed me. Feel sorry for me. I mean, I'm like, there's a point. Like, okay, move on. Uh, a wise person, a family member of mine, kind of knew me as a bitter veteran. I used to bitch about all sorts of stuff about being a veteran. And there's a point where they're like, maybe you ought to just get on with your life. And you know what? Maybe you should. Don't be a retard. Move on. And I don't care if you're a veteran or not. Just quit being fucking sorry about it. I've had, when I left home, that was the end of 1.0, and FreeMatt 2.0 was another thing, and I moved up to the not so luxurious life that I live. But guys, I drink from the fire hydrant of life, and I get flavor of all sorts. Some people drink out of thimbles, and I drink out of fire hydrants. And I'm trying to love every minute. I'm learning to love every minute. Anyway, I just want to tell some of you knuckleheads, my brothers at Fraternity of Excellence, knuckleheads and non-knuckleheads alike. Before I goof that one up too, just want to tell you guys, I believe in you. That I'm a stranger to many, I'm a brother to many, but I want good things to happen to you. I believe that is possible. I believe that you can squat 500 pounds, 520, or 521 if you want. But there's beauty in your struggle. The failure and the adaptation. You'll never get anywhere. You'll not win being a victim. And I've told people that. The whole thing is, I always say the victor of the victor of today's gridiron matchup. 31-0. No, guys, it's not always 31-0. It's 5-3. Seeing a football game was 5-3. The victor. Say, guys, they don't call the person who comes in second place a victim because the other person's a victor. You choose to be the victim. You can be a victor. You can keep going. You can lose full speed, but when you learn and you adapt from things, you're that much closer to being a victor, a winner, winning. Charlie Sheen, even though I don't encourage you to do drugs, he says, I'm winning. But you can be that winner. You can be the victor. You're not a victim. There's no need to victim signal. Like, oh, I'm just a sap-sucking idiot. Oh, I fucked up. Okay, you fucked up. I fuck up all the time. No need to victim signal. Feel sorry for me. I fucked up. No. Fuck off. Don't be a victim. Be a victor. I'm doing alright, guys. Hey, living life, dude. Horseshoe mustache and an Iron Maiden t-shirt. You can't, oh, you're not winning. You're stuck in a regular hotel room. Nah, I'm doing alright. I said to listen to the crummy air conditioner run, and it's a reminder I'm alive. Anyway, before we gloat on and on, quit being a victim. Love one another. Love yourself, man. Just don't look. I love this guy. I think I'm doing all right. I love him. I wake up with him all the time. It's me. The guy in the mirror, he's doing all right. There's a mirror over here, but I'm not going to show you because it's me. But anyway, guys, love yourselves. Love one another, and we will look at more inspirational moments at another time. Many blessings to you, brothers. Thank you.